Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is November 12th and it marks 1 month post-op from my mommy makeover surgery, which I had on Thursday, October 15th. This month went by pretty fast and I am feeling great. My body is healing nicely. My incision is completely closed. I have been using scar creams and gels, which I'm going to share with you guys during this video as well. I will include some pictures for you guys to see, just pictures within the last week that I have taken, my pre-op pictures, and what I look like today, side-by-side comparison, just so you guys can see what I look like 4 weeks post-op. I did do a mommy makeover Q&A, and if you guys want to check that out, I'll leave it down in the description box for you guys. I did answer a lot of questions regarding my surgery, and then so today in this video, I'm just going to do a quick recap of how I'm recovering and how I'm feeling. So if you guys are new, if this is your first video that you're watching, I have 4 kids, ages 13. My twins are almost 11. My youngest is 6.5. And I had a lot of loose skin around my my stomach. It was really, really loose. It was hanging. I reached my highest weight was 190 pounds. And I went all the way down to 153 pounds. So it was 153 pounds the day of surgery. And I also share how I lost all that weight in a previous video, my weight loss story. I will include that video also in the description box if you wanted to check that out. So after losing all of that weight and after carrying babies and struggling with my weight, my stomach was really loose skin, and it was discouraging because I was doing all of this hard work to lose weight and the skin never went down. It just kept getting flabbier and looser. So at that point, I made the decision to get a mommy makeover. So for my surgery, I got a tummy tuck, muscle repair. I got liposuction to my flanks, and I had loose skin on my upper back, which was also removed. And I got a breast lift and I got breast implant. Prior to surgery, I already had decent sized breasts. I was about a D cup after I had lost the weight. But they were super saggy and my nipples did not point straight and one boob was bigger than the other boob and I was just tired of it. So a lift was for sure going to happen. And I at one point had a triple D size breast when I was my heaviest, and I missed it. So I decided to get implants on top of the lift, even though I already had, a good amount of breasts. I wanted bigger. I know bigger is not for everyone, but for me, I truly felt like that's what I wanted. And now that I have them, I absolutely love them and I have 0 regrets. So going back to what I said before, one breast was larger than the other. So my left breast was significantly larger than my right breast because I did have surgery on my right breast in 2007. After my first daughter, I got mastitis, which wasn't treated very well by my doctors, and it turned into an abscess, and I had to have emergency surgery to drain it. It was such a traumatic experience. And ever since then, my right breast has just always been smaller. So to fix that, my doctor did a 600 cc saline implant in my right breast. He filled the implant to 600 cc. And then in my left breast, to get it symmetrical, it is only a 500 cc saline implant. So that's how much of a difference there was before surgery, and that's how to get them symmetrical. And in my pictures, my right breast does look a little bigger than my left breast now because, and I'll show you guys, but it's because the implant, since it's bigger, it's going to take longer to settle. Typically, a breast augmentation takes about 4 weeks for the implants to settle and drop. But since, again, they're bigger implants, they are going to take about 6 weeks to settle and drop. They've already settled and dropped some since the beginning of my surgery, but not all the way yet. They're not completely done. And as far as my lift, I originally was going to be getting an anchor lift, but since I already had so much breast tissue and not a lot of loose skin on my breasts, my doctor was not able to perform an anchor lift because I didn't have that much loose skin. I just had sagging breasts with a lot of breast tissue. So he actually did a crescent lift, which is just above the nipple. So I do have an incision underneath my breast, but that's, where they put the implant in. But I don't have the vertical line, which I am totally okay with. I'm glad I have less scarring on my breasts. But with that being said, my areolas are still fairly large. That was something I was self-conscious about prior to surgery with the way my boobs were. My areolas were, a good size that I didn't really like. And that was something I was looking forward to with my breast augmentation was, smaller my areolas. But since when I was already under, my doctor realized that an anchor lift wasn't going to work. So like I said, he did the crescent lift. So I have scars from, the middle of this nipple onto the middle of the other side of the nipple. But again, my areolas are still pretty large. So that is a surgery that I'm going to consider getting in the future just to take them down a little bit. Will it happen for sure? I have no idea. I don't know the cost, and the recovery is fine. If I went through all of this fine, I will not be afraid to go through a future surgery. But so that's just like the only thing that I see getting in the future for sure would probably be just to reduce the size of my areolas. But everything else I absolutely love, and I'm so happy that I made that decision. Another thing I want to talk about while I am on the subject of the breast augmentation is the nipple sensation, which has returned full force. I know some of you have had concerns and questions about the nipple sensation. If you get a breast augmentation, you do risk losing sensation within your nipples. Mine came back perfectly fine, and now that it's getting colder, like every time I get a chill, it's kind of uncomfortable. Like the way it feels in my nipples, it's like kind of uncomfortable because I'm regaining all of that sensation back. It's a good thing though. I'm glad that I still have sensation within my nipples after a breast augmentation. But I just wanted to throw that in there because I know I missed that on my Mommy Makeover Q&A. The hardest part for recovery from the surgery for me was my breasts. My tummy tuck didn't hurt. Of course, your muscles are sewn together. It is sore. It's sore when you cough. It's sore when you sneeze. You can't get up on your own for the first few days because you just don't have any strength. But pain-wise, it was my breasts. I had those shocking pains in my left breast from the nerves reconnecting. That was super painful. But overall, and I've said this in previous videos, the pain was not as bad as I was expecting. I had my first period since having surgery, and it went smoothly. I was nervous that I was going to cramp more or it would hurt more. I don't know why I had that thought in my head, but I was kind of nervous, and it was just a regular cycle, no extra pain, just normal. I did notice blow in my stomach. Before I couldn't really notice it because I just had so much skin and everything. I couldn't really notice that much of a difference. So I did notice that. I noticed, I could see blow actually happening for my period, but the cramps, the cycle, the, heaviness, everything was normal. I know I've shared this in a previous video, but to help minimize the scars, I'm using 3 different products. I'm kind of switching off in between them. The first one is this Scar Away silicone gel. This one I am not much of a fan of, and that's because it has this roller ball for the application, and you have to kind of squeeze it and roll it at the same time. And you can't even see, very little product comes off. And it's hard to use on more sensitive areas. Like I said before, my front incision is still pretty numb, but you can feel the tingles, and rolling this on still just doesn't feel that great. So this I don't really recommend for this much scarring that you need to cover. Maybe for small scars, this is probably better, but I won't be repurchasing that when it's empty. This, on the other hand, these are the Scar Away silicone strips. These ones I do like. They are long lasting because you can wash them and wear them again. The second application does not stay on as well as the first time. They kind of ravel up at the edges and don't stay as flat. So they are still sticky after you wash them and dry them, but they aren't as sticky as the first time. So like I said, it kind of ravels around the edges and they kind of get in the way. So I do like to use these though, like especially at night. So that's why I say I rotate, especially when they're drying. I always make sure to have something on my incisions at all times throughout the day, whether it be the strips or the gels. On to the third cream that I'm using. Oh, it's kind of hard to see. It is the Biochromium Advanced Scar Treatment Silly Shield Patented Cross-Linking Silicone plus SPF 30, which you're not supposed to let any of your incisions be in the sun. So it's kind of great that this has sunscreen in it as well. But this is just a normal pump, and you only need a little tiny bit, like a little bit goes a long way. And you just put a little bit and you just spread it in the areas. You can see it actually going on you, as you know, as compared to this one. You can't really see this one going on. So this one I do like so much better. And my surgeon recently started carrying this one, and that's where I got it from. I went into his office to pick up a bottle. So once this runs out, I will be repurchasing it. It is kind of pricey, but to me, it seems like it's working really good. And the coating is thick, like, you know, the scar strips. But like I said, when the scar strips are drying, I'll put this on. This one you have to put on twice a day, morning and night. Won't lie, I have forgotten to do it in like the mornings. I always do it at night, you know, before I go to bed. I do my nighttime routine, but sometimes in the mornings I get so carried away with getting the kids ready for school and off to school that I forget it. So I need to like set an alarm or just get better at doing it. But at nighttime for sure, I have put it on. So I have not shopped for a bra yet. I'm still wearing the same sports bras that I got from Walmart. I'm not supposed to wear a regular bra with any underwire for a few months, so that hasn't happened yet. So I don't know what size cup I'm going to be. It's hard to say, especially because the implant hasn't dropped and fluffed all the way yet, so I don't know what size I'm going to be. So I'm still wearing the same sports bras. The one I'm currently wearing is a 2X from Walmart, and I actually had to go purchase the 3X one from Walmart because this one is a little snug, and you'll see it kind of like, it doesn't cover my boobs all the way. So I wanted to go, I went and got the 3X. It's actually drying right now because I don't put it in the dryer, let it air dry. So I do have this one on. And then as far as my belly garment, I did not buy like a faja or one of the really expensive full body wraps. I have nothing against it whatsoever. Kudos to the ones that wear like the big, strong, like body ones. I've just been wearing this same postpartum. It's a postpartum belly wrap that I got off of Amazon. I am absolutely loving it. I feel like it's doing the job for my body and what I need. So I will also link that below in the description box in case any of you are interested. So I will now show you guys what I look like 1 month post-op. Okay, so this is me in clothes. And I still have my belly binder on currently. So I am going to take this off and then I will be right back. Okay, so here are the implants. So like I said, this one is like a tiny bit higher than the left one. My belly looks pretty red right now, and that's because I had the wrap on. But this is my back incision on that side. This is where the lipo was. This one is where the drains were, and that one's taking a little bit longer to heal. Belly button is looking good. And then this is the other side of my back incisions. Lipo. That's where that side of the drain was. No, I'm just kidding. That's where another lipo scar was, and then that's where the drain is. I am going to go back to intermittent fasting and go back on my exercise bike. And then when I get cleared to start doing more lifting, I'm going to take care of these flabby arms and my flabby thighs. I feel like my thighs, I think I've said this before, I feel like my thighs are so much bigger. Like they stand out more, I guess, to me now because I have like a flat stomach. So I'm going to get to work on toning up those areas, losing some more weight hopefully, and just continue my journey to getting healthy and being the best me that I can be. I hope everyone enjoyed today's video, and I hope that you guys enjoyed all of my mommy makeover videos so far. I hope that I'm inspiring anybody out there who is considering this surgery. And thank you all so much for your love and your support and for being so kind. I will see you guys all really soon. Bye.